and welcome to Rathods IAS. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 17th January 2024. So we are going to take the PDF of Hindu and we are going to see the important articles and we are going to pick out the articles which are relevant from our examination point of view. So there is no need of reading each and every article, okay? So it is not at all important. But you have to select the articles from our examination point of view. So I think many of you might be the beginners. So if you are a beginner and if you don't understand like how to pick up the article and how to identify so and so article is important from our examination point of view, here we have a guide. So that guide is nothing but our syllabus copy. So if you have gone through your syllabus copy and if you by-hearted your syllabus, then whenever you are going through this newspaper, you will be seeing the keywords which are directly present in your syllabus. Right? So that articles will be important. So in this way, you can identify which articles are important from our examination point of view. So first important thing that you have to practice every day is start your preparation through the syllabus. Okay? So whenever you are sitting for study, so at that time, so at least 5 to 10 minutes go to the syllabus copy and you have to see which are the topics present in which subject. Okay, so do this for 1 month, then automatically syllabus will fix in your brain. So that will be very helpful to read your newspaper. Clear? So now let us see the front page. So this is front page of our Hindu. So there is one important article. Iran says it has attacked militant bases in Pakistan. So this article is talking about Iran and Pakistan issue. But you will be thinking like why we have to talk about Iran and Pakistan now. So let us see some dimensions. So this article is talking about Iran-Pakistan issue. So here we are going to see what is the role of India. So here we are saying Iran's enemy is Pakistan and India's enemy is Pakistan. So in international relations, enemy's enemy will be our friend. Yes or no? Enemy's enemy will be our friend. So here Iran enemy is Pakistan and India's enemy is Pakistan. So here we can see. So there will be the friendship relation between India and Iran. Right. So here you can think about some important things where the controversy between India and Pakistan is having and some common points to bring India and Iran together. So here you can talk about what are the challenges. What are the challenges or key issues between India and Pakistan. So I will write some of the key issues. So first one is Kashmir issue, Jammu and Kashmir issue, and there is issue LOC issue and border security issue. And one most important threat is terrorism and drug smuggling and arms smuggling, that is weapon smuggling. And one more important issue is fishermen issue. And Pakistan will not allow India even to use airspace or land. It is not allowing to use airspace or land, okay, to reach Afghanistan. So here one common point between India and Iran here is they are sharing boundary with Indian Ocean. And Iran is helping India to reach West Asia, especially Afghanistan. To reach Afghanistan, so we are using one port of Iran, that is Chabahar port. So this Chabahar port will counter Gwadar port. So this Gwadar port is located in Pakistan. We are countering this Gwadar port with this Chabahar port of Iran. And even earlier we used to import crude oil from Iran, but because of fear of USA, that is CAATSA, countering American adversaries through Sanction Act. So under this act here US said that, so if anyone who is dealing trade with country which is enemy of USA, so the country which is importing, they will be also getting sanctions under this CAATSA Act. So because of this fear of CAATSA Act, we made imports to zero from this Iran. Okay, so these are some important things that you have to remember. And even there are number of areas of cooperation between Iran and India, you have to see that. And even though there are challenges, okay, because of this CAATSA between India and Iran. So these all things are very important. And last but not least, you have to see even map location of Iran and as well as Pakistan. And you have to see important ports in Iran and Pakistan and even rivers. Okay, so ports, rivers, and you can also see like boundary countries. Okay, boundary sharing countries of Iran and Pakistan. Okay, that's it. And now let us move on to our paper back. So in this city page, I found nothing much important. So you can simply leave this page. So don't waste on your time, valuable time on unnecessary articles, because we can't bring back the time. Okay, and in this states page also I found nothing much important. So most of the articles are political articles. So here you can see one important topic, that is PM Janman beneficiaries. These make sure no one is left out. So there are lots and lots of dimensions that you can see here. So this topic is talking about one important scheme. So this scheme, it is about PM Janman. So what are the dimensions you have to see? First you have to see full form of this scheme. So after that you have to see what it is about. What is this scheme about? So it is talking about particularly vulnerable tribal groups, PVTGs. Okay, upliftment. It is talking about upliftment of this particularly vulnerable tribal groups. So you have to know what is this PVTGs as well. And you have to see who are the beneficiaries and how can we identify. How can we identify the beneficiaries? And you have to see some data regarding PVTGs in India. Data regarding PVTGs India. And you have to know some basic facts regarding PVTGs. Okay. And even whenever government is coming up with any scheme, success of that scheme is dependent upon the participation of the community. Okay. So you have to see what are the issues in implementation. It is about implementation issues. It is about implementation issues. So all these are very, very important. Okay, and this topic is important from GS paper to under governance. And even we can connect with GS paper to society and social issues point of view. And if you're from anthropology background, So this topic is very important from your paper 2. Okay, and whenever you are studying about tribes, you have to know about the schemes which are implemented by the government of India for the upliftment of this tribal people. So from all these dimensions point of view, this article is very important. And even you can get directly a prelims based question from this topic, or even you can get a mains based question from this topic. So are you getting these points or not? So if you are getting like how to read the articles and how to connect the dimensions and how to interconnect one subject with another subject, so please hit a like button. So if you are hitting the like button, it will be encouraging me a lot. And one more thing here is, so please don't leave this session without hitting a like button. It will be not taking just more than 2 seconds. So hit the like button, okay? And let us move on. And this editorial page, you can see this article is very important. It is regarding Israel issue. It is talking about Israel issue, right? It is also talking about ICJ and as well as South Africa intervention. So there are lots and lots of dimensions that you have to see here. So as you all know that Israel-Palestine issue is going on. You all know that Israel-Palestine issue is going on. So in Palestine we have militant group. So we have militant group in Palestine. So name here is Hamas. So Hamas, they started attacking Israel. In retaliation, now Israel is attacking Palestine. Okay, so this is the issue. And there are other countries which are supporting the different countries here. So Israel is supported by US. Okay, and here Palestine or this Hamas, they are supported by Houthis. Houthis, they belongs to Yemen. And even Iran is also supporting this Palestinians or Hamas. Okay, so if you see here, finally, what is the present context is South Africa approached ICJ, International Court of Justice, to seek peace, to establish peace in this region. Okay, so what are the reasons here is to establish peace and to protect rights of these Palestinians. South Africa approached ICJ. So actually why this SCJ is involved and why the South Africa is involved here is, so if there is any genocide is going on, yes, we have one convention. Okay, that is called as Genocide Convention of United Nations. So according to that, any country can move to this ICJ to establish peace and to prevent this genocide. So in this context, you have to see what is this ICJ. Okay, so first dimension is you have to know about what is ICJ. So what is the composition and what is the mandate. And here there is also one more dimension is Genocide Convention of United Nations. So you have to know what is that and what is the definition of genocide according to that. And even you can see map of Israel and Palestine, and there is a 100% chance of getting question in this year prelims regarding the map of Israel and Palestine or Mediterranean Sea or Red Sea. Okay, so these are very, very important. And this topic is important from your GS paper 2 under international relations. So this topic is important from your prelims and as well as mains. So from prelims you can get a map based question, and from mains you can get a question regarding this United Nations Genocide Convention. Okay, and there is also high chance of getting question regarding this Genocide Convention in your prelims also. So all these are different dimensions that you have to think. And even this topic is important from GS paper 1 under geography. So why geography? So there is one more article in today's newspaper which talks about migration. So whenever people who are migrating from India to another country, okay, that concept is called as intermigration, right, from one country to another country, or international migration. So the issue here is whatever the wages to given in this Israel area far more. So because of this, it is attracting the people to shift towards Israel. So because of this, yes, it is also important from this geography point of view. So in geography, we will be connecting this topic with migration. So we can connect this topic with migration. Clear? And next topic is the geopolitics in Bangladesh election results. So this article is also very important. Here we can study this topic under this India-Bangladesh relations. Okay, so this topic is important from India-Bangladesh relations. So we can say different dimensions here, that is GS paper to international relations, GS paper 1 geography, GS paper 3 defense and security, okay. So now let us see in how many dimensions we can think. So from international relations point of view, you have to see what is the historical background. So here you can see 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War. And next one here is you have to see map. So which are the states of India which are sharing boundary with this Bangladesh. And next one is you can see like defense and security, like so we have issue of porous borders. And even issue of drug trafficking and infiltration. So all these are issues that we can talk from international relations. And the next one here is from defense and security, that is drug trafficking, arms trafficking, smuggling of cows, cow vigilantism. So all these things are which are seen here. So from this area, this India-Bangladesh relations is very, very useful. And even you have to see like how the present government is going to have impact on India-Bangladesh relations. And even you have to see what are the challenges or what are the key areas where we can see the issues between India and Bangladesh are there. So and even you can see like what is the way forward. So how can we how can we resolve these issues? Okay, so what are the issues are there? So how can we resolve them? So all these are very, very important from this India-Bangladesh relations. Okay, and now let us move on. So there is an article, it is regarding India doesn't need wolf warriors. So this article is talking about again international relations, that is India-Maldives relations. So if you have watched our analysis from last 3 to 4 days, we are discussing this topic extensively, that is India-Maldives relations. So why it is in news? Because of our PM visit to Lakshadweep. Okay, PM visit to Lakshadweep. Lakshadweep is Indian island, right? So because of that, what happened? 3 ministers of Maldives, they made some abusive statements against government of India. So because of this, big stars like cinema stars, etc., they are mainly saying that boycott Maldives and explore Indian islands. So this campaign is going on virally on this viral in the social media platforms. Okay, so because of this, now already the relations between India and Maldives are at low point, and now they are further will be strained. Okay, so in this context, you have to see which are the areas of cooperation, and also you have to see what are the issues between India and Maldives, and you have to see way forward. So all these things are very important from your international relations point of view. And there is one article, it is about 38% of patients on more than one antibiotic, says NCDC survey. So recently I explained about what is antimicrobial resistance and how this antimicrobial resistance will be established, okay, will be generated, and how we have to address that issue. All these things that we discussed in earlier class. So now NCDC came up with a report. It says that yes, nowadays these antibiotics are mainly used as a prevention purpose in hospitals. So all the patients admitted to acute cancer ward of Lala Lajpat Rai College, okay, in UP, they were given antibiotics. So according to the recent survey of NCDC, that is National Center for Disease Control. So here if you see the data, out of 20, 13 hospitals they have seen in the survey which has been conducted between November 2021 and April 2022. So they are giving like 70% of first two patients, they were given at least one dose of antibiotic. Okay, so because of this is in news. And here you have to know some dimensions. So which are those dimensions that you have to see? So it is talking about antimicrobial resistance. Okay, antimicrobial resistance. So here you have to say what exactly the meaning. And you have to see what are the causes of this antimicrobial resistance. And you have to see what is the treatment plan. And you have to think about the future. So what will be the future if no antibiotic is working? So what will be the disease condition? So all these things are very important. And in this text and context, there is one article, it is regarding 10th schedule. So this article is very important from your polity, and your syllabus also have directly this topic. So you have to see whether this 10th schedule is on our original constitution or not. No, it is not there. But through this 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act, we added this 10th schedule. And this is talking about anti-defection law. Okay, it's talking about anti-defection law. So here you have to know what is anti-defection law and who have the power. And not only this, you have to see like why we came up with anti-defection law and on what grounds. So on what grounds anti-defection law will be imposed. Okay, so all these things are very important. And this topic is at most important from your polity, which comes under GS paper 2. And here there is one more article, that is LEDs, light emitting diodes, and we are going to see that topic in detail, like what is this LED and what are the advantages of this LED in notes part. Yes, here you can see one article, that is India-China tensions continued through 2021 and 2022, a new details reveal. So this article says that since 2020 onwards, there was standoff between India and China armies, okay, at LAC region. So from that time onwards, so number of times we went for what? We went for rounds of talks, but none has been brought out the complete status quo in this region. So it is one cause of concern. Yes, here you can see one article, that is ensure airline websites are accessible to visually disabled. If we are talking about this article, which is focusing on disabled people, and recently there are a number of articles which are talking about upliftment of these disabled people. and even government need to take some steps to uphold the rights of these disabled people. So in such a context, now court monitored the rights of these people, and now here court ordered this aviation regulator to ensure that the website of airlines and travel portals, they ought to be easily accessible by the people who are visibly disabled. Okay, who are visibly disabled, who can't see anything. So whatever the website is coming up, so it have to change the website such that it should be helpful for this disabled people, especially visually challenged. Okay, so this article you can add as a case study. And there is one more article regarding FCRA resignation. So here you have to know about this FCRA, Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. So if you are running NGO, for example, so you need to get funds. If you want to get funds from other countries, if you want to get the funds from other countries, so your NGO should be registered under this FCRA. So here in this context, you have to know what is this FCRA. So what are the provisions? Okay, and what are the challenges? So all these things are very, very important. So that's also, these are the very important articles that appear in our today's Hindu newspaper. And now let us see the notes. Okay, and if you want to get that notes, you can download the notes from the Telegram channel. Link is given in the description box. So now let us see the notes part. So by the meanwhile, if you have any doubt, so please post your doubt in the comment box, or else if you have no doubt, okay, so you can type 1 in the comment box. So in the meanwhile, I will have some water. Have you done with your doubts? Shall we move on? So if you are watching till now, means I understood that you are getting some interest in current affairs. Yes or no? So if you are getting interest in current affairs, and if you are getting what is happening around you, so please hit like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Clear? And one more thing is, if you are new to our Rathods IAS Academy channel, please do subscribe to our channel. Okay, so that you will be getting lots and lots of content, and even we are simplifying this analysis, news analysis daily, and even we are going to come with lots and lots of guidance videos soon. So for knowledgeable videos, so hit the subscribe button. Okay, don't forget about this. And now let us see the notes part. So in the notes, I will be giving only the very important articles with the content. So if you see the context of this PM Janman topic, so here the first batch of funds under this PM Janman package, and this scheme is talking about development of PVTGs, that is particularly vulnerable tribal groups. And government has found that women who are turning messengers to help the administration and to take the benefits of the package to the remotest of their community members. So even actually there is one tendency of humans that if I am getting benefit, so I will be also thinking that my family members need to get the benefits. So in the same way, even this PVT is also, so in their community members, so women, they are helping the administration to take the benefits of this package to reach the other community members also. And the first batch of the fund had been released. So if you see details, it says that PM Janman campaign was launched on November 15, 2023 with an objective here is of providing basic facilities. So which are those basic facilities of this for this PVTGs, that is like Paka houses, power supply, water connections, and they are focusing on 11 interventions of 9 ministries. And they are going to provide help to around 22,000 habitations, and the estimated cost here is 36 lakh people. Estimated that around 36 lakh people from this PVTG communities, they are residing in this 22,000 habitats. So if we're talking about some important facts regarding this PM Janman scheme, so it is a government scheme and it wants to bring this tribal people as par with the mainstream society. Okay, and if you see this scheme which comprises of both central sector and centrally sponsored scheme, and this scheme will be implemented by Ministry of Tribal Affairs. It will be implemented by Ministry of Tribal Affairs in collaboration with the state governments and as well as PBTG communities. And this scheme will concentrate on 11 critical interventions. They have been overseen by these 9 ministries. Okay, and it also focusing on different sectors, and even they are focusing on safe housing under this PM Awas scheme, and they want to get the drinking water and improved healthcare, education, nutrition, road, telecommunications, as well as opportunities for the sustainable development livelihoods. And this plan which also includes for the establishment of Vandan Vikas Kendras for trading in the forest produce, and even grid solar system for 1 lakh households and solar street lights. So this scheme is expected to enhance even the quality of life, because whenever anyone who is having this pakka house, drinking water, proper sanitation, automatically we can say there is improved standard of living, right? So in this way, this PBTG's life will be, the standards of this people will be increased, and as well as it will be focusing on well-being of these people, and even we are addressing the multiple and intersecting form of discrimination, exclusion, etc. So because of this, we are also upholding their rights, and even they will contribute in the future for the national as well as global development process. And what are the challenges in implementing this program? Yes, whenever government is launching anything, yes, we will face some challenges. So in the same way, here in this PM Janman scheme also, government is facing challenges. So first one here is there is no proper data census. Census of 2021 has been postponed. So there is no current data. There is lack of current data of this PBTGs. It is a significant challenge, as the last available census data of this PBTGs is 2001, and around this 2001 it said that 27.6 lakh individuals belongs to these communities, and the population data which submitted to this Parliamentary Standing Committee on Social Justice and Empowerment in 2022, it is based on 2011 and it does not include the population of PBTGs in Maharashtra, Manipur and as well as Rajasthan. So this is also one cause of concern. And there is also lack of current data. So because of this, we do not have proper assessment of the needs and even the progress of this PBTG communities. So if talking about this PBTGs in 1973, yes, Devar Commission established this primitive tribal groups, that is PTGs, which is a distinct category. And these people, why they are kept in separate category? Because there is a declining or stagnant population, and they use pre-agrarian technologies, and even we can see there is economic backwardness and very low literacy and as well as social backwardness in these people. So these groups are identified as less developed among the tribal communities. So in 2006, the Government of India renamed PTGs as PBTGs, and they reside in the remote and inaccessible area, and they are also facing lots and lots of challenges because of poor infrastructure and administrative support. And even there are about 75 PBTG communities, so in which state around 18 states and union territories in India. So if you're talking about large number of these PBTGs, you are present in state of Odisha, and second one is Andhra Pradesh, and third one is Bihar, fourth one is Jharkhand, next one is Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Gujarat. So in these areas, yes, we have good number of this PBTGs, and the rest of communities are spread across Maharashtra and as well as West Bengal, Karnataka, Uttarakhand, Rajasthan, Manipur and as well as Tripura. Okay, and next topic it is about ICJ, Israel and ICJ. So this topic is at most important. So now let us see this topic in detail. So if we're talking about what is the issue, here South Africa, it moved to ICJ regarding the judgment. to establish peace and stability and to uphold the rights of this Palestinian. So here ICJ, International Court of Justice, which has been asked to take into account the likelihood that Israel is violating its obligations under this Genocide Convention. So what are the things which are present in this Genocide Convention which is violating by this Israel? So because of this, now South Africa which approached this ICJ, International Court of Justice. Okay, because Israel is doing genocide against this Palestinian people in Gaza. So South Africa was the country to bring up this case in ICJ. So what are the allegations and the request of the South Africa now? So first one is South Africa claims that Israel is signatory to genocide agreement but has committed crimes and that falls within the criteria of the agreement. So here Israel is violating this agreement. So the first important thing. And the settlements from Israeli leaders is stating explicit purpose and allegations that Israel neglected to stop genocide or to punish incitement to genocide. They are among the evidences put forth by South Africa. South Africa said that whenever violence is going on, Israel had not took any steps to stop this violation. And even according to the reports, it said that the claimed acts took place in Gaza, especially South Africa, to declare that genocide is taking on right now. South Africa is also requesting immediate remedies from this ICJ in order to stop harm further. And the actions which include stopping all Israeli military activities in Gaza and even to avoid the terms of this Genocide Convention of 1948. So that is the thing which mainly said by South Africa. And what is this Genocide Convention of United Nations? So it is one of the international genocide convention. It is talking about prevention and punishment of crime of genocide. It is a global human rights convention that formalized the heinous act of genocide for very first time. And on December 9th, 1948, the United Nations General Assembly enacted the first Human Rights Convention, and that went into force on January 12th, 1951. And actually, what are the definition of this genocide under this convention? Yes, we had some certain criteria regarding to define this genocide. So first one here is murdering the members of the group. And next one is causing the substantial bodily or mental harm to anybody in the group. So purposefully causing collective harms and existence or to be the such that physically destroyed in whole or in a part. Or else enforcing policies designed to stop the birds inside the community. And next one is forcing the group's youngsters to be transferred into another group. So in this way here, if these are happening, that will come under the violation. So especially now here Israel is murdering the members of the group. And I want to give you one main question for practice, that is evaluate the effectiveness of International Court of Justice in addressing human rights issues. Discuss specific cases where ICJ has succeeded or faced the limits in dealing with human rights violation. So here there are two sub questions. The first one is you have to evaluate the effectiveness of ICJ. And next one is you have to see the specific cases. Specific cases where this ICJ has succeeded. So you have to answer these two questions. And next topic, it is about wool warrior. So this article is focusing on India-Maldives relations. This topic is talking about India-Maldives relations. So the visit of Indian Prime Minister to Lakshadweep ignited controversy, and further that led to straining of the tense relations between India and Maldives to all-time low. So the controversy which began when three deputy ministers in this area, that is Maldives, so they mainly made some statements against Prime Minister. So because of the celebrities, they are running the campaign, that is #boycott India, boycott Maldives. Hashtag boycott Maldives in India. Okay, so here because of the statements which are given by this ministers of Maldives, so it affected nationalism of Indians, and that led to the condition called as hyper nationalism. Okay, and they are mainly making viral, that is spreading of information in social media platforms, that is hashtag boycott Maldives. So if we're talking about the important areas of cooperation between India and this Maldives, yes, we have a focal point of India's first neighborhood first policy. That is Maldives proximity of west coast of India and its situation at the hub of commercial sea lanes running through the Indian Ocean imbues with a significant strategic importance to India. So as this Maldives is located in this Indian Ocean, so because of this it is strategically very important to India. Okay, and next one here is it is a focal point for Indian government's priorities under this neighborhood first policy. So under this policy here, India is giving importance to the countries which are sharing boundary. Okay, so even we are considering this Maldives, and with this Maldives also we have this neighborhood first policy. And India is the first responder to Maldives. So India's swift response and immediate assistance during this 1998 coup, which attempted laid down the foundation for development of the trust and as well as enduring friendly bilateral relations with the Maldives. Okay, and even we have different exercises of air forces and armored forces. So we have this Operation Cactus. And next one here is India is also a net security provider in this Indo-Pacific region, and also we came with a comprehensive action plan for defense, so it had been signed in year 2016, and we are trying to consolidate that. And next one is both nations are key players in the maintaining of safety and as well as security of Indian Ocean region, and that led to contributing to this Sagar vision, that is India led security and growth for all in the region. And this one is defense cooperation extends to the areas of this joint exercises. So we have different joint exercises like Ekuvaran, Dosti, Ekta, and as well as Operation Shield. And next one is regarding tourism industry also. Yes, it is very important because every year more than 2 lakh Indians are visiting this Maldives, especially for this tourism purpose. And this one is between India and Maldives. Yes, we have trade agreements. So India emerged as Maldives' second largest trade partner in year 2022, and the trade which is about $300 million mark, and a bilateral USD currency swap agreement which is present between RBI and as well as Maldives Monetary Authority was signed on 22nd July 2019. And if you're talking about what are these infrastructure projects between India and Maldives, yes, we have infrastructure projects we are developing in Maldives. So first one is largest ever agriculture project in Maldives. Okay, so that is Greater Malay Connectivity Project. And we have Hanimadu International Airport Development Project. Okay, project Upper and Indian Credit Line will add a brand new name terminal to cater to 1.3 million passengers a year. And this one here is we have this Indian College for Policing and Law Enforcement, which has inaugurated by India's External Affairs Minister. So these are some important projects between India and Maldives. And if you see what are the key issues between this India and Maldives, so first one is because of this ongoing Lakshadweep issue. So the 3 deputy ministers they fired, right? And next one is Indian government raised issue with Maldives after which the Maldives government suspended the ministers. So it is also one important issue. And next one is controversy which has led Indians to cancel their holiday bookings in Maldives. So the Maldives incident and as well as it underscores even the dangers of hyper-nationalism. So because of this underscoring of things and as well as booking, holiday bookings etc., that will lead to this hyper-nationalism in the region. So Maldives tourism industry would be concerned about potential impact of its controversy. So even there is one more controversy, that is tourism industry. And this one is India's Out campaign in Maldives. So India's Out initiative, it is to amplify anonymity by instilling spectatism, and this regarding this India's investments in the Maldives. And this one is recently Maldivian government also opposed the former administration's India's first policy, and even they want to remove the Indian troops as well. And this one is preparation of hydrographic survey agreement. So even actually Maldives wants to revoke this. Okay, so because of this, it is one cause of concern. Okay, and now let us see the map where exactly it is located. So here we have this Maldives, here we have this Lakshadweep, and this Hambantota port. Okay, Hambantota port is present in this Sri Lanka. So this is Gwadar port of Pakistan. This is Oman. Okay, so actually here we have to go in this way, but there is some issue which is going on. Okay, so this is about this route, and here we have the connection between this two regions, and here it will be looking like a necklace. So it is called as a pearls. Okay, pearls of jewels, string of pearls. So I want to give you one more mains question here, that is, examine the challenges within the bilateral relationship between India and Maldives and the proposed measures to address them. Okay, so it is very easy answer. Try to write answer for this question. And next one is understanding the 10th schedule. So 10th schedule is very important from your polity point of view. So why it is in news? So the deflections of legislators during this 1960 and 1970 from their parent parties, they created political instability in many states. So in many states what happens? So they are coming out of their political party. Okay, so this is the issue. So therefore, to ensure the stability of elected governments, this 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act which came up, and we added this constitutional remedies through this article. Okay, and through this 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act. And if you are talking about the details here, the authority, it is to decide on the disqualification of members. Okay, and this disqualification of members, who has the power? That is presiding officer. In case of Lok Sabha, it is speaker. In case of upper house, it is chairman. Okay, so we have the role of presiding officer. So we have Lok Sabha, we have Rajya Sabha. In Lok Sabha, speaker has to play an important role, and in Rajya Sabha we have chairman. So that is the thing which happens even with the state legislative assembly. In the state legislative assembly, we have the role that will be played by speaker. And one more issue is, what is the time limit? There is no time limit through which the speaker or the chairman can take an action. Okay, in Supreme Court judgment, that is K.M. Singh versus Speaker of Manipur in 2020. So this judgment recommended that Parliament can amend Constitution to vest the powers in an independent tribunal to be headed by the judges. So we need to have the tribunal, and they should be having the judges, so that they will be seeing into this issue of anti-defection or not, so that we can ensure independence and as well as transparency and accountability. Okay, and next one here is, let us see the facts regarding this anti-defection law. So this anti-defection law punishes individual members of parliament, either MPs or MLAs, for leaving from one political party to another political party. So Parliament added it to the Constitution, okay, that is through 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act, in order to develop or bring stability to the governments and even to discourage the legislature from challenging parties. So this 10th schedule, which is properly known as this anti-defection law or act, which is included in the Constitution via 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act. So this 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act is very important. And it also sets the provisions for disqualifications of elected members on the grounds of defection. So on which grounds we can remove them. So we need to have some grounds, so that grounds also given clearly. Okay, now let us see the grounds. The first one is voluntarily giving up. So if you want to, if it is your wish, like you are leaving one political party and you are joining another political party. So in that situation, yes, you will be attracting this anti-defection law. And next one is violation of instructions. So the vote or abstaining from vote or abstaining from the whip, yes, as per the directions of the whip, then you will be out. And next one is elected member. So if any independently elected member joins any political party, he will be disqualified. But it is not with the case of nominated member. So nominated member, he can join any political party within 6 months, but not after 6 months. Okay, so these are some important things that you have to remember. And now let us see next topic. It is regarding LEDs, that is light emitting diodes. So in October 2014, Royal Swedish Academy of Science issued a statement that is incandescent light bulbs lit in 20th century. The 21st century will be lit by these LEDs. This statement already has given. So the occasion was awarding the Nobel Prize for Physics for that year and an achievement that have paid for this light emitting diodes, LEDs, to success incandescent bulbs and fluorescent lamps as a world's light source of choice. So if you see some details regarding this LEDs, so LEDs are basically semiconductors in nature and they have built, so they emit light. Okay, so they emit light when activated. So white light and red light and blue light can be emitted. Okay, so white light, which is generally is in use, and actually this light is made with a combination of red light, green light and as well as blue light. So scientists say that while it is easier to make red and green, but to make this blue light is very, very difficult. So Nobel Prize in Physics 2014 was awarded jointly to Isamu Akasaki and as well as Hiroshi Amano and Shuji Nakamura for the invention of this efficient blue light emitting diodes, and also enabled bright and energy saving white light sources. So what are the advantages of this using of LEDs? The first and the foremost thing here is we can conserve electricity. Okay, so modern white LED bulbs, they converts more than 50% of electricity it uses into the light. So this is opposite to 4% of conversion rate for incandescent bulbs. And it is also helpful for accessing auto electricity. So white LEDs efficiency makes them appealing for getting lighting to folks living in the regions without electricity supply. So without electricity supply, yes, we can use these LEDs, and we can also go for installation of these LEDs by using the solar installations, and it will be helpful for lamping for a long time. And next one is, so this LEDs will be also very much helpful for smart energy efficient homes. So they can generate light. LEDs can incorporate sensors. So these sensors that detect when people are in room or not. So based on that, switch on and switch off of the lights will be happening automatically in the smart home. And next one is, it also enables other technological advancements in the electronics industry. Like LEDs, they provide backlight from the liquid and the crystal displays in many smartphones, and even they can be used in laptops and televisions, and they are very much energy efficient than compared to this fluorescent lights. And next one is increased ability to store data. So Blu-ray players, they are successor to these DVD players. They use this blue LED lasers to read the data of digital optical disc. So when these systems, they had been switched from using an infrared laser, then this blue LED laser will be possible to helpful, and that will be helpful to store about 5 to 10 times as much as data as possible. So these are the advantages of using this LEDs. So from this area you can get prelims question and also a means based question, okay, from science point of view. So these are the important articles that appear in our today's Hindu newspaper. So by this I am concluding. So please do hit the like button and don't forget to share this video to your friends, and do subscribe to Rathods IAS Academy. Thank you so much for watching.